7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Next drive coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sure what was going on this past season in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, but you think about the Eagles and these Steelers and the injury bug that bit both of them, it's really hard to... fathom. If it's germane to the Steelers, though, the dreadful start really began with the injury to Ben Roethlisberger, lost for the year after 2 weeks, and things, although they obviously picked things up later in the year, Charles, started to go south right there.
I think their head coach, Mike Tomlin, not going to win head coach of the year, but to me deserves great consideration because 1-4 start, then they won 8 out of 10, and no Ben Roethlisberger quarterback. In fact, they went through, as we would count it, essentially 4 quarterbacks this year when you count Joshua Dobbs in the preseason before he was traded to Jacksonville. You end up with an undrafted rookie, Devlin Hodges out of Sanford, the Duck guy, Duck Dynasty himself. But this team, 30th in total offense. They've got a lot of work to do next year, but they get Roethlisberger back, get a healthy James Conner back, they'll be right back in the hunt for the AFC North title.
So even though Pittsburgh's had a lot of great playoff years under Mike Tomlin, you think maybe this was his most impressive coaching job?
To me, this team could have collapsed and just gone totally south with the 1-4 start and all the injuries that we were noting. They didn't do that. They continued to press and were actually in the hunt, in the thick of the playoff race until a loss to Buffalo at home. I believe it was on a Sunday or a Monday night, and that pretty much knocked them out of it.
And remember, that he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City at 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Mariota now to throw on first down. And caught by Henry. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. But the never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Powerful running, and he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mariota, Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Mariota now.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. To throw Mariota. He completes it to Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Derrick Henry, and on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. 1st down, Mariota. And he's got it, and he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game. Because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So they get the 1-score kickoff. Get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Connor going backwards here on the 1st down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Connor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's make these big lives.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Complete to Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. So this will be taken in at the 1. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Throwing is Mariota. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Mariota now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute. Oh, no, he lost the football. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans